What's up, you guys? Just when I thought I'd be taking a bit of a summer break here, we haven't signed Jayden Struble yet. Until this morning, that is, of course. Jayden Struble signs a 2-year extension with the Montreal Canadiens. Defenseman, formerly referred to as a guy who's built like a Greek god by Mark Bergevin, former general manager of the Canadiens, as the Bergevin regime was the one to draft Jayden Struble back in the 2019 a.k.a. Cole Caulfield draft. And Struble was selected 46th overall in the second round of the 2019 NHL entry draft. He avoids arbitration, which is good for business. If you're Kent Hughes, it's always good to settle on the terms of the contract here. So for the next 2 seasons, it's a one-way deal. $1.14 million for Jayden Struble. We see him at the draft here, a couple good little clips, and he scored his first NHL goal half an hour down the road from Dixie here in Buffalo, a game, of course, that I was not at. So I did see Caden Gouli's first NHL goal. That was good. That was good too. But Jayden Struble scored his first goal in another victory against the Buffalo Sabres a couple years ago. To give you a bit of a time frame, it's when Sean Monahan was still on the Canadiens, and Nick Suzuki scored a goal like literally seconds after Jayden Struble got his first NHL goal. So that's some fun little facts there for you. There's actually a little bit more news that came out today, though, besides the Struble contract signing, and this is just after I got home from work, so this is fresh, and this is actually news that matters if you care about the World Juniors and if you care about the Montreal Canadiens prospects. So we got 4 Habs prospects attending the World Juniors Summer Showcase from July 27th to August 2nd, which includes Michael Hage for Team Canada. Heck yeah, I cannot wait to get us some Michael Hage, hopefully, at the World Juniors this year in the U.S., in Minnesota, is where the tournament's being held. Aatos Koivu for Finland. LJ Mooney for Team USA, going to be playing at home. That's going to be really good for him playing on home ice. If he makes the team, hopefully he does, and I think we're all confident he's got a good chance. And Owen Protz also for Team Canada. Now, what's also interesting too, Gavin McKenna, projected first overall pick in the 2026 NHL entry draft, has also been invited, along with first overall selection in this year's 2025 NHL entry draft. Matthew Schaefer, along with Michael Misa and Anton Frondel, also included in that invitee list for this camp. So that's some interesting stuff right there, if you ask me, because give us some Michael Hage content, right? I mean, we'll see what we can get in terms of clips, but just knowing that this season we're going to get to watch him develop even more, and then also see him have a chance to make Team Canada. We saw what he did at development camp, smooth, right? As Stu Cowan likes to call the skating of Michael Hage. I cannot wait to see him develop. I've told you guys, and he has said it himself. Actually, I didn't even know this, that Michael Hage models his game a little bit after Jack Eichel, even though I said he reminds me of him. Either way, we're going to get a chance to see more content out of him and these guys too. So who doesn't want to see more LJ Mooney? You guys are falling in love with this guy. Soon we drafted him like less than 2 months ago here. So back to Jayden Struble for a moment here, because this is a good deal for the Canadiens. It's 2 years. It's good on the cap. And this past season, Struble played 56 goals with the Habs. 56 goals. He played 56 goals, because that makes sense. God love one take videos. You just sometimes editing, screw it. Don't want to bother. 56 games played, 2 goals, 11 assists for 13 points in those 56 games, 52 penalty minutes, and Struble actually had a +2 rating. And we saw Jayden Struble actually beat out Arbor Xhekaj for a roster spot a couple of times this season. He actually played in the playoffs against the Washington Capitals for 2 games before Arbor Xhekaj had a chance to get into the lineup against the Caps. So we love what Struble brings to the lineup. I think we got more consistency out of him, and that's why he made the roster ahead of Xhekaj this year in terms of getting more games played, although in the end, Xhekaj did play more games than Struble this season. But regardless, Jayden Struble is a piece that Canadians still absolutely need. He's a guy who brings physicality, he brings toughness, he can pass the puck, he can skate well. As you saw in his first NHL goal there, that guy can skate. He can skate really well. He can drop the gloves if needed. This guy brings a lot of depth, I think, on the third pairing of the Montreal Canadiens defense core. So, it's going to be maybe a bit of a tighter battle at camp in terms of what the pairings are going to look like. I mean, it could look something like Dobson, Matheson, Gouli, Carrier, Hudson, Struble, or Jack Guy. That's going to be your defense pairings right there. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anybody, and say somebody like Reinbacher has a fantastic camp and they just can't afford not to bring him into the lineup. Then it might put Struble and Jack Guy on the edge a little bit in terms of where they'll slot in. But Jayden Struble is solid, and we've seen what he can do. 6 foot, 207 pounds. Everything I just mentioned there. He's a guy that, again, like, we've seen more consistency out of him compared to Arbor, and those two guys seem to be the ones that are battling for a roster spot in the bottom pairing with the Canadiens defense. But I also want to mention that, once again, more Canadian skaters, including Patrick Laine, Demidov, we saw fall on his stomach today in Brassard. It was kind of funny. He whiffed on a shot and just bailed on his stomach. I think Hockey Junk, you got to put that in your channel, Matt. You got to have that in the intro or something, because it's not going to happen often, I'll tell you right now. But the Canadiens, after celebrating Nick Suzuki's marriage, some of these guys are right back on the ice, and it's still not even August. It's not even August yet. We're still in July, so that's an encouraging sign. So that's what I got for you guys. I want to hear your thoughts about the Jayden Struble contract extension, avoiding arbitration. I also want to hear about the prospects that are invited to the summer showcase for the World Juniors: Michael Hage, Aatos Koivu, LJ Mooney, and Owen Protz. So let me know what you think about that and Struble. Give a like and subscribe down below if you can. That'd be awesome, because, you know, we're still going at it here. I mean, when the Canadiens make news, I'm going to talk about it. I told you guys. So thank you very much, guys. We'll see you soon. Go Habs, go. Talk to you in a little bit. Ciao.